feel like there could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10 games in the Big Three. So
the European League just dropped Caitlin Clark's first minutes, and they couldn't hide their grin. Can you blame them when you land the biggest prize without even trying? You don't just share it, you make it go viral.
No matter how the cachet of the WNBA elevates, remember, it could have been even better. You messed it up. You messed it up.
And when I say the dumbest people alive, oh yeah, I mean the WNBA. They literally gift-wrapped their golden goose, Caitlin Clark, and served her to the EuroLeague on a silver platter. If that's not peak stupidity, I don't know what is, and the internet is eating it up.
And from the sounds of this interview, it seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did during this WNBA season. The commissioner told her that she could make $700,000 playing in the WNBA.
Caitlin must be breathing easier than ever because let's be real, she's finally free from the non-stop brutality she had to endure. No more random hip checks out of nowhere. No more eye gouging like it's some twisted contact sport horror show. Now, she can actually focus on basketball while the WNBA sits in the corner wondering what on earth just happened.
Game in Europe is almost better than the game in the NBA.
So Caitlin Clark just dipped on the WNBA, and honestly, can you blame her? The league straight up fumbled the bag, and now Europe is flexing like they just hit the jackpot because they did the EuroLeague is rolling out the red carpet for Clark, while the WNBA scrambles, wondering how they let their brightest star slip away. But hey, that's what happens when you treat your top talent like some rookie off the bench.
The WNBA through marketing this and that. I don't know what Kathy was talking about because even the highest paid player in the WNBA currently makes a little over $200,000 in salary.
First off, let's talk money, because clearly the WNBA wasn't. Clark was making, what, $76,000 to $78,000 in her rookie season? That's it. Meanwhile, Europe is backing up the Brinks truck. We're talking hundreds of thousands more. And the perks: housing, transportation, taxes, all covered. Yeah, you heard that right, the WNBA couldn't even toss her a free bus pass, but Europe's got her living like royalty.
With the WNBA season ending for many teams, there are already so many players heading overseas to play during the off-season. But with all of the drama currently surrounding the WNBA, on top of the low-paying salaries, some of these players are questioning if they'll even...
Now, Kathy Engelbert and the rest of the WNBA Brain Trust are sweating bullets because without Clark, what do they have left? Oh, right, nothing. This is the same league she carried, pulling in millions of fans and boosting viewership by 142%. And now, she's gone. Just gone. All for a measly $300,000 over 4 years. Talk about the worst trade-off in sports history.
Caitlin Clark has now broke that glass ceiling, and they should be bowing at her. She's going to create jobs and money.
That's laughable compared to what the EuroLeague is offering, and don't even get me started on Ice Cube tossing out $5 million for just 10 games. 10 games, that's more than Clark would make in 4 full WNBA seasons combined. Honestly, if I were her, I'd be packing my bags faster than you could say career upgrade.
Indiana Fever was turning away games into home games, and so it's kind of sad that through all of that, Caitlin was still advocating for players on the other team to get bonuses because she saw the kind of money and eyeballs and viewership that all of this was generating.
And let's not pretend it's just about the money. The EuroLeague has something the WNBA couldn't even dream of: a real season. While the WNBA limps through a few summer months, Europe runs from October to April, giving Clark more time to play, grow, and dominate at a high level. And the competition, way tougher. The WNBA might as well be a pickup game compared to the intensity she's about to face overseas. Europe sharpening their swords, while the WNBA is still stuck playing patty cake.
To hell with the WNBA, they're nothing, they're nobody. Nobody's watching.
They lost 50.
The European League just dropped Caitlin Clark's first minutes, and trust me, Europe hit the jackpot. Meanwhile, the WNBA is probably curled up in a corner, wondering how they let their brightest star slip away. Whatever they did to Clark should be considered a crime against basketball. The WNBA fumbled so badly, it's like they were begging Europe to take her, and Europe couldn't have gotten luckier if they tried.
I understand she hadn't played in the league yet, but at least the popularity and the interest around it.
They now have Caitlin Clark, the Caitlin Clark, and the WNBA is left with a giant hole where their only true draw used to be. And let's not forget the endorsements. Clark's not just about to dominate on the court, she's about to cash in big off it too. Europe is a whole new ballgame for sponsorships and brand deals, and soon she'll be plastered on billboards from London to Paris. Meanwhile, the WNBA is over here asking what went wrong. How about everything? You had Caitlin freaking Clark, and you let her slip away. Europe didn't even have to try. They just gave her what she deserved.
That sounds like a dream. Traveling around Europe, playing basketball.
Like we went to Paris played in Paris for the EuroLeague Championship.
Now let's talk about what Europe is getting, because unlike the WNBA's same old song and dance, the EuroLeague is the real deal. It's not just American players going head-to-head, it's top-tier talent from powerhouse countries like Russia, Turkey, Spain, and France. The WNBA could never. Clark's about to face teams that play tough, gritty basketball, none of that soft WNBA stuff in Russia. It's all brute force. She's gonna have to toughen up and start bodying people. Then there's Turkey, where the game is slick, fast-paced, and all about lightning plays. Forget the WNBA's slow crawl, Clark stepping into a full-on basketball masterclass.
There could be a world where more of these private-owned EuroLeague teams, I could see some of these teams going after some of our star players in the WNBA. And if the money makes sense, if the business aspect makes sense, we could lose more players to playing overseas.
And get this, the EuroLeague is all about teamwork, precision, and real strategies. Imagine Clark in a league where players don't just stand around waiting for one star to carry the game. She's about to adapt to basketball that actually matters. The WNBA at this point, it might as well be a pickup game compared to what she's about to experience in Europe.
People don't always share all of the good things that they're doing, and Caitlin by no means had to do that.
Let's not forget the EuroLeague's history. They've been running this show since 1958, long before the WNBA was even a thing. Legends like Diana Taurasi and Breanna Stewart thrived here, and now Clark is about to join that legacy, only she's going to do it bigger and better. She's stepping into basketball royalty, while the WNBA sits on the sidelines, wondering what could have been.
Because Russia paid Diana Taurasi at that time $1.5 million salary to play in Russia. Now, at the time in the WNBA, the salary, like the highest salary in the league, was $107,000.
And the fans, oh, they're buzzing. European basketball fans are some of the most intense, passionate fans on the planet, and now they get to watch Caitlin Clark light up their courts. People are already comparing this to Kobe Bryant's legendary European tours, and for good reason. From Russia to Turkey to Spain, these arenas were already packed. Now they've got a superstar like Clark to rally behind, and the energy is about to explode to a whole new level. Meanwhile, back in the US, WNBA fans are left asking, what's even worth watching now? Without Clark, they've got nothing.
She was getting all of that, yet all of these eyeballs were coming to the league because of her. The Indiana Fever was turning away games into home.
Speaking of the WNBA, let's talk about the ratings nosedive they're about to take. Clark single-handedly brought in more viewers than the league had seen in years. Her games with the Indiana Fever averaged 18 million viewers per game. Let that sink in, while the WNBA overall was barely pulling 394K. She was tripling the numbers. But now she's gone. Nobody was tuning in for anyone else, they were there for Clark. And without her, good luck keeping anyone interested.
Okay, they have the highest audience they've seen in 24 seasons in the WNBA games. Televised games with Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever averaged 1.18 million viewers compared to 394,000 for all other games. There were a record 22 games that averaged over 1 million viewers.
The proof was already there during the playoffs. Ratings dropped nearly 50% when Clark wasn't on the court. That first game between the Aces and the Liberty, just 929K viewers, down from over 1 million when Clark was playing. The WNBA is about to feel her absence like a gut punch, and honestly, they deserve every bit of it for letting her slip away.
All of this just nonsense about things that Caitlin was doing wrong, when in my personal opinion, she was doing nothing but going out there and playing great basketball every night.
Clark was the league's lifeline, and now she's taking her talents and the massive fan base that came with them straight to Europe. And Europe, they're about to cash in like never before. The EuroLeague already had a strong fan base, but with Clark in the mix, forget it. Sold-out arenas in Russia and Turkey are just the beginning. The European basketball scene is about to explode, with Clark at the center putting on a show the WNBA could never dream of matching. Meanwhile, the WNBA can sit back, watch, and cry over what they've lost because it's never coming back. They had their chance and blew it, treating Clark like just another player, handing her a tiny paycheck and expecting her to stay. She's a superstar, not a role player, and now that Europe has her, they're not letting go.
All of this just nonsense about things that Caitlin was doing wrong when, in my personal opinion, she was doing nothing but going out there and playing great basketball every night and ignoring the hate that was coming to her from all sides, not only from fans, but from competitors, coaches, all of these people.
So WNBA, enjoy those empty seats and tanking ratings. Maybe next time you'll know how to treat a player like Clark. Oh wait, there won't be a next time. She's Europe's treasure now. And while you're busy crying about it, the EuroLeague will be watching her drop buckets and shatter records. Congrats, WNBA, you really outdid yourselves this time.